Hey guys, Chad here, stress-free landlord, and I'm really excited about the video that I have today because it's all based on one statement, one thing that I've put out to the world, maybe you've put out to the world, or you just started to think about and you're going to put it out to the world. And that statement is, I want to be a landlord. Now, I hear that a lot from people. I hear people say to me, oh, you're a landlord. I want to be a landlord, or I've thought about being a landlord, but really what I've developed here is I think to be successful with I want to be a landlord and make sure you're in it for the right reason is there's 5 things that you need to ask yourself. Now these questions are going to be tough and they need to be on you need to be honest. You need to be truthful when you are answering these questions because if you don't take it seriously, you're going to end up with a mess on your hands. You're going to be miserable. You're going to lose tons of money and you're going to be kicking yourself all the way back to the computer to watch this video and start all over again. So that you don't have to lose tons of money, you don't have to stay up sleepless nights, you don't have to eat ramen noodles for the next 10 years because you have no money left. Listen to these 5 and take them seriously. The first one is why. Anytime you're going to get involved in this, you're buying a home or a mobile home or an apartment or one apartment in an apartment complex. You're doing something, but you're doing a major purchase in your life. So ask yourself, why am I buying this? Is it for retirement? My kids' college fund? I would just like to have the extra cash flow every month. You know, that $200, $300, $400, $500, wherever my cash flow is going to be coming into my bank account every month. It would be nice to have for extra play money. If it's so that you can impress somebody, if you feel like you can say at a cocktail party, I'm a landlord, I own all these properties, look at me, then click this video off, go find something else to do. Dream big, but you know what? That's not the right reason to be in this game. And so you have to ask yourself why and come up with that because that's going to set in motion the plan that's going to help you be successful in this endeavor. The second one is, now this is if you're married, is my spouse on board? There's no reason in getting involved in something if your husband or your wife is saying, I don't think this is a good idea. I'm not behind this 100%. Don't, cry to me when a furnace goes out in the winter and $1,200 has to be dropped for that. You have to ask yourself these questions. If your spouse is not on board to be a team with you on this, then what you need to do is kind of build upon a success plan. Maybe find a local landlord that you can call and have them talk to that spouse about. Maybe when you're with your banker, talking to them. Maybe showing how you've built this plan that with the money set aside and the different things. So I would say, after the why, you definitely number 2, you gotta have that spouse on board as a team. Number 3 is, can I afford this? Can I afford if this property, heaven forbid, sits for 60 days, 90 days, and I'm making the payments on it? Because if you're saying, well, you know what, I'll just throw anybody in there, then you know what you're going to do is about every 60 or 90 days, you're going to be throwing someone else in there. But with that, you're going to be replacing carpet and paint and dealing with the damage and maybe having to evict them. So you have to ask yourself, do I have that? I personally keep $2,000 set aside for each property per year. That is kind of my nest egg that if something goes wrong, I've got that $2,000 to throw into it. It's not a big deal. So that may not be you right at the beginning, but that's something that you want to maybe look into is, am I going to be able to afford these payments, the repairs? Am I going to be able to afford this property? And am I going to be okay with it if I need to, shell out a few bucks here and there? Number 4, very important. Am I a people person? Not just, I can talk at the water cooler with anybody about what, the game last night. But can you deal with people that are emotional, maybe not rational in their thought process? And can you be demanding at times when it comes to your rent or making sure that they fix something that they broke or letting them know and being firm but fair about the process and the tenant-landlord relationship and what is your expectation level with them? If you don't feel as though you can confront these people, be the level-headed one if emotions start to spark up, then maybe property managers in the beginning is a good idea to get somebody who can kind of handle that. And then after a time when you feel a little more comfortable, you can take it on yourself. But you definitely want to be able to deal with these tenants Not everybody's rational in their thought process. You're going to deal with tons of different personality types and the way that they think, and you got to make sure you get on their level and make it a win-win by not giving away the farm, but sometimes giving up a little bit to help them better understand. But dealing with those people is critical, and that's number 4. And number 5 is, what is your expectation level when you're jumping into this? Is it that, okay, I'm going to buy this property, I'm going to rent it out in 30 days, I'm going to have the money pouring in, this guy's, whoever I'm going to rent it to is not going to ever have issues. If that is your expectation level, fail. You've failed already. You will not succeed in this. You will drive yourself absolutely insane. And you'll say, why did I ever make the statement, I want to be a landlord? Because this is the worst thing ever. Because you set your expectation level way too low. You need to set it high. Have high expectations for what's going to happen. And no, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. But through time, through systems, through processes, you can increase profits, decrease stress, and you can learn how to do this. So if you go into it with these expectations that are just, not even realistic because you weren't being truthful with yourself, you're not going to be a success. So those are the top 5 things I really want you to make sure that you take the time, you learn, you think about, you kind of, write out, and you be honest with yourself in reflection of these questions before you go jumping into buying a property, because it's just not worth getting involved in if you're not going to take this serious. This is a business. This is not something that you can just pout about your friends that you own rental properties. This needs to be taken serious because it is a serious business. But it's a very rewarding financially and emotionally sometimes, and great endeavor to get involved in. And you can be very successful and make a lot of money at this. And know that you're providing property, a place, for people to live, a safe, clean environment. So the 5 ones right here down again, right here are your 5 questions you need to ask yourself. So take the time, ask yourself these questions, and I would love to hear from you, your successes and your failures, because failures are nothing but steps that are put up. And you got to build upon those little failures sometimes to get to the top with the success. So I wish you the most success in the world at this, and I look forward to being part of all this with you. So comment below here. Jump over to our website and become a member over there for free and get all kinds of great information, tips, tricks, forms, all that at stressfreelandlord.com/blog right here. So you can go there. So don't forget Facebook, Twitter. Jump on over there. Feel free to comment. And I just look forward to helping you become the most successful person you can become. Thank you.